You say you running plays, that's ish talk. You say you getting paid, that's ish talk. You see me with my babe, that's ish talk. The money in that
Yo,
way,
yo,
that's ish
yo,
talk.
welcome to
I
another
beg, I beg, I
episode
beg,
of
I
The
beg.
Lord
I
Show,
beg, I
Ish
beg, I
Talk
beg you all.
TV, live from the DMV, doing how it's supposed to be. I hope you got some kush at the crib, some cat in the bed, and some cash in your pocket. What more can be said? And I hope the wind didn't kick your ass. What kind of wind was this, y'all? But we got a good show for y'all. We
That
talking
was that
about
was that cuffing season hold you down grounded to the ground when if
And
you got
slap your
cuffed, it
ass
was
back
fine. But
when.
if you were single and lonely all winter, you was flying all over the place. We flying all up. The edges of your lace front glue was being tested and tried.
I saw a lot of
Kendra
waves in
G.
there.
Kendra G.
Your baby hairs that's really broken edges glue it started lifting up like crepe paper the way you got it stuck
Hey,
with glue on the
I
side of
tell
your
you
forehead.
what, you could get away with farting out there, Joe. Gone. Who
Not
did
the
it, huh?
gas and go. It was a viral video going around. It was posted on Ish Talk TV too as well. It was from what we saw. It was a man holding the camera, and he was recording a woman getting assaulted by a driver. Apparently, the girl kicked the dude's car. So he got out. The dude is maybe twice the girl's size, height, smacked her around, almost stomped her chest in on the sidewalk, gave her a good George Foreman right, and threw her
Mortal Kombat.
5 feet off the frame of the camera. But
Get over here.
all you heard was a douche,
Yeah.
and she got up and started
Get
walking back
up.
to the dude.
And pulled
Why?
more,
Leave it
And
alone.
like
and
four
then
times.
and then there's someone yelling in the back. Sources say that it was DMX saying, "Yo, that's a girl."
Yeah, me go fuck her up. Damn.
It's a girl. Somebody coming back for you right now. Stay hid.
That king is a girl. Hey, Shorty, leave him
Stay
alone.
hid.
Get away. Hey, Shorty.
Stay right here with your bitch ass. Stay right here. Stay right here. Stay right here.
Damn.
Yo, that nigga's a girl. And he kept beating her. So people online, I was getting like weird. I was getting like both sides of it. A lot of females were saying since I forgot to tell y'all, it was a girl, but you couldn't really tell it was a
She
girl.
was a butch girl. A butch
Yes, but
her mannerisms, the way she carried herself, and the way she was talking, walking up like very not like she was kind of
right.
like
She was in Tim's. She was in jeans. But
Straight dude.
a lot of comments people were saying how since she's dressing like a man, she better act like a man and take those, fight back. And a lot of people were saying how it was a man was recording and how come he didn't step in. But you guys seen the video.
Yeah.
What y'all thought?
I think she should have just like after the first what he must have stole on her. Yeah, he did. He caught her with a weird ass jab. That shit looked weird. It looked like he threw the punch and then he looped it on her cheek so it couldn't have hurt that much, but put her down. Right there, he should have went to the car and left. But she got up and enticed this Bama. This Bama looked crazy. He looked like one of them Fortnite Bamas.
Yes.
All he do is stay home, play Fortnite, and drive Lyft. And he was pissed because she probably did some Bama shit and kicked the car.
Like, what was the beginning of the video?
Yeah, because he was like,
you can't just say she probably did something. What did she actually do? We didn't see.
Well, the dude was like,
Leslie,
yeah, he kicked the car.
Does it matter?
The Bama in the background was like, you kicked the car, get her ass.
What I'm saying is, just because you kick somebody's car don't mean you deserve to get your ass whooped like that. I think punishments should match crimes. That so I don't know what she did, but what if she didn't do anything? What if she barely kicked it and she didn't stomp it out or break a window? Like, would y'all still feel like she should have got beat up
Well,
or got hit at least one
I
time?
don't, I
well,
don't know how you could barely kick a car.
well. From what I saw was
You never can walk across the street and one gets real close during the nightclub time.
Maybe trip
You just be
up,
like,
and I
you
I
just be
this
like, motherfucker, because they just brush past you real slow. You ain't never just kind of go like that real quick. Come on now.
yeah.
So
What we
maybe
gotta two things could have happened.
that's my thing. I don't think that because first of all, you just dressing like a boy don't mean that you get to compete with boys. It's the same bullshit that they're doing with the transgender women and letting them dress like girls, and therefore now all of a sudden all their superior body mass and strength doesn't matter because now they're a girl. So you don't get any stronger just because you put on boots and jeans and baggy clothes either. Now, I think that this is just me and my philosophy on bullies. If you know you can beat somebody up, you're not supposed to give them all your might, all your fierce, and all your whatever. I don't care if it's a boy, if it's a girl, girl on boy, boy on girl, girl on girl, boy on boy. If you know that's a scrawny little motherfucker, but they did something foul, you need to chastise them like a child. Like you still put them in their place, but you don't break their jaw.
Yeah. No. Oh, her jaw was broke.
The way
He
he
broke it.
kicked the shit out of her face, I
Yeah, he
wouldn't be
did kick
surprised
her.
if
I
it
forgot
was.
about that.
That was a I hate you kick. That was
Eh,
a hate crime
He
kick.
roundhouse jumped that jump.
And then picked her up and threw her across. What could she have possibly done to deserve all of that? And yes, she did keep on getting up and asking for more. But you know what?
Yeah.
She probably was. But I see all the time when people are super embarrassed or they really get yoked up super crazy
she
and
was
there's a
leaking.
whole lot of people on the street, people react to crowds
Well,
differently. People
on homeboy defense, I don't even know why I'm even trying to be devil's advocate here.
neither.
Homegirl know where she at.
Where was she at? They
We
wasn't
in
nowhere
DC.
to
We in DC. How many guys you know have that type of restraint on a girl like that?
I don't
Like
know. That's
that.
my whole point. We saw him attack her first. So what restraint did he need? I've never seen no shit like that in real life. That's what's
I don't see
ridiculous.
I don't
And the
see
fact
I don't see I don't see Fortnite Bama attacking her for nothing.
but my saying is that there's nothing that she could have done to him to warrant that.
No,
Because there was no
true,
injury on him. He wasn't so unless she had
true.
a gun or a knife, and then once somebody's not a threat, he wanted to beat her. He had plenty of times she was on the ground to get up and get in a car or go wherever. You could see him stop, think about it, look at her, go back, do some more. He was sitting and consciously redeciding to keep messing her up.
And after the first hit, why didn't you just say, "Damn, he got me. Let me get up and walk my ass away," like the Bama in the background was telling me to?
Maybe she didn't believe he would do it again.
And he did it again.
And the
And then she
girl,
got up and she went it right back at him, and he did it once
And that's
again,
what
and he
she
threw her.
what she must have decided for herself. I'm not backing down. I don't care if I get my ass whooped. And I think some people do that too, because when they go back and tell the story, it might hurt them more to say that they got knocked down and they didn't get back up than they kept getting back up until the person got tired. They want to walk away with something. There are people who
Gotta
think
take,
like that.
gotta take that L. Take your L. Take your L. You kicked the car, homie reacted. You came at him, homie
Did she kick the
reacted.
car?
I think she kicked the car.
from what I
Who
saw,
outside in 26
after
Did she
degrees
kick
though?
the car though?
right after he gave her the right, he went to the passenger side of the car and fixed the mirror. So maybe something happened with the mirror
Yeah.
also. So, but somebody comment, they put this wild. She ain't even defending herself when the niggas recording ain't put hands on him. No way you a man from another race beat on no bosom woman. SMH. What
She
about
was.
That's
race?
another thing.
The guy was Latino, and
Yeah.
the
I thought
woman
she was
was
light skinned.
He was a Fortnite Bama. He was back
he was a
eating
Latino.
Cheetos.
He was a
No,
Yeah.
the
Latino.
girl. I
So
thought that the girl was light skinned.
Yeah, she was light
she
skinned.
was
So
She was
aren't
she
they
was
going through
black.
approaching similar?
Lakeisha Williamson.
What?
I mean, isn't that similar? You're still
What?
of the diaspora.
Latinos and
Nah, they different. Yeah,
They
that shit
different.
different.
Blacks, blacks are
I heard two niggas in the background. They should
Yes.
have got his ass. Like, hey, you ain't gotta hit on a girl like that and shit.
Right. So do y'all think this is a bad look on black men?
Nope.
Is
Wait,
this
was
like
he black or was he Latino?
he was Latino
So then why is this a bad look on black men?
because they didn't step in and
It was a
defend the
black man in the
sister,
background. They
And they
had to been a
told the
black.
camera.
I ain't even gonna
holding
lie.
the
They,
camera,
yeah,
and DMX was in the
yeah,
back.
yeah. He was
Any
like, leave the homegirl alone. Go
any
So
ahead, she's a girl.
so is
She's
it a
a
bad
girl.
look? Is it a bad look?
Yeah, no, hey,
any black any black dude that I've ever heard
say
ask
protect women.
This is like Brick Girl 2.0, y'all.
Yeah, I mean, in this case, homegirl is actually the brick girl.
Yeah, she's
She
actually the Brick
actually was
Girl.
getting whooped. She was getting whooped. This ain't no hoax. This was on tape.
what
But
Yeah, I mean, homeboy shouldn't have went off on her. I mean, a grown man would have been like, "Yo, what's up? You hit my car. Like, can you not? I mean, I should get. You normally a Bama be like, I get my cousin to beat your ass and shit.
but did she hit his car?
why are you?
Like he,
Yes, yes.
Huh?
I'm gonna go with yeah. I'm gonna go with
You know what?
yeah.
I'm gonna go with let me Google this.
Cause he cranked her up, man, and he probably cranked that mirror. She probably cranked that mirror. Was like
that was a custom Honda Civic,
Honda Accord, yeah,
Honda Accord
the
mirror
pop, 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 pop,
with the
pop, John.
spoilers. So
Yeah, Fast and the
you,
Furious drift, John.
so and then
You got the wheels that lean.
someone else said, where is she playing a nigga because of her clothes? Sad.
See? Just because you wear baggy clothes, that don't make you no dude.
Okay.
And she was aggressively going after him, but at the same, like I
Nah,
said, it doesn't matter what the size is. When somebody is little
she
and
wasn't a threat.
they're not a threat to you. She didn't have no weapon.
Yeah, she
Come
wasn't a
on,
threat.
man, you're a bully. And why are you still out there? You've already parked your car or did whatever it was. Go back to that.
He
Turn
should have got
yourself
out
in.
the car, sassed this Joan out, take your little ass somewhere, don't hit my mirror no more, sucker, and got in the car and left. That's it. That's how it should have went.
Turn yourself in, Rodrigo.
I'm gonna ask
Turn
Gemini.
yourself in right now.
Oh, I'm calling ICE. Fuck that. What they got on it? 20, 25 grand. I call it. Hey, I know where you're here. Highsville.
They give reward money for turning people into ice.
Yeah, Langley Park. That's
Shut
what I
the
heard.
front door. Now,
Moco.
refugee families at risk as federal funding stops, says Montgomery County Council member.
Uh-oh.
Refugee families in Silver Spring are being evicted after a council member said federal funding was cut off. It was just paying people's rent, right?
Right.
And then giving them money to get started in life every month. In some places. The eviction began at Enclave Apartments in Silver Spring Thursday. They were put at Enclave by immigration resettlement agencies and charged above market rent. What an immigration resettlement agency? So that's another middleman that wants. You know that we pay for this, right? Okay.
Yes.
Elon.
Refugee. You know what I'm saying?
Check them out.
The Refugee Processing Center, 1,000 refugees have already arrived in Maryland, and more than a third of them earned.
And they was like this. They was like this, like Chappelle show. Come on in, y'all. Come on in.
In their home countries, such as families from Afghanistan who helped the U.S. fight the Taliban. Now, I do remember hearing about that when Biden and them,
withdrew.
Messed up their withdrawal and left all
that hanging from planes and shit.
You know how much weapons and equipment they left behind?
Billions of dollars. What?
Billions. They left
billion. Oh, see, they see what I'm saying?
Like physical, like aircraft, tanks, surface to air missiles, all the different type of guns, all the different
Rambo,
all the accessories, the defense gear, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The technology, laptops, radio, like a whole. Or they left the army.
All our shit.
All they did was just come back with the damn clothes on their back. The army got left back there. Anyway, I digress. So
turned out.
And that 1,000 people, the ones that they're referring to in this article, are the families who helped the U.S. military back when the U.S. is fighting in their home countries of Afghanistan against people such as the Taliban. We owe them something, Montgomery County Council member Kristen Mink declared. We brought them here with promises. That is the pool of funding that the Trump administration has just pulled away and creating situations like this where we are not able to pay rent for people who are supposed to have those funds guaranteed. Funny how nobody's turning on the people who are overcharging for the rent in the first place.
Mm.
With this
Get him.
lives of nearly 400 new neighbors, LSSNCA has welcomed in our community since the end of October in harm's way, said Kristen Peck, LSSNCA CEO. They are rebuilding their lives after fleeing unimaginable, life threatening situations. Each one of them is now at risk of homelessness and food insecurity. Don't take this
Get
stuff
him.
away. But do you know what it's like to go in other countries and you kind of starting from scratch and that you have to build and work yourself up? You don't usually you don't usually um
Get a handout.
I don't want to
Right.
say handout because that is the help that we extend right into the country.
You don't get no welfare.
What you get is not something where if you just chose to not work, you could live off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's an actual help. It's a little something. It's a
Yeah.
introduction into you to go and work hard. But here, it's just like, I mean, as long as you are on the right list,
Mm.
I mean, you don't really have to do anything. Because
Oh,
yeah, you endangered your life, your family's life. That does matter. It does count. So do our soldiers endanger their lives when they go all around the world.
Facts.
And when they die and they don't get paid a lot of money, they do it out of honor and respect for their country and to make their families proud and to want their lives to have meaning. What about their families? What about when they have two, three kids and then the soldier dies and they can't get benefits? They can't even get the veterans associate, what is it, the veterans administration together with
Uh,
paying for PTSD and other psychological and emotional issues, for burials, for funding, for housing. So
it,
are we
it,
supposed to care about everybody else in the country more? I'm just saying. But no,
America first.
I, I have nothing against, I have nothing against those who immigrate here, but I just point things out as I see them.
um,
You know.
I like
see
when
if
I went to Nigeria, they made me prove I had at least $2,000 in the bank that I could afford to that I could afford to visit there, and that I had a place. Where am I staying? Who invited me? That's what I know. I can't just
That,
roll up, and y'all can't just roll up in Nigeria and be like,
well,
it's not
yeah.
gonna happen. So I'm just saying.
Get your ass out.
go go go
Is this your
go to
life?
your
Is this
Clearly.
your life?
if you could, Leslie, go to your ex and accept my invitation. But cool, what you think about
Yo,
the people at Enclave, the Afghan refugees, and there's a couple other refugees in there getting evicted after having months of their rents being paid from these communities that take care of people.
that's our problem now.
And they were paying over the top rent. So
That,
now with these Trump administration, they all scared. But what's your thoughts on that? And people in the enclave is in Silver Spring, y'all. But go ahead.
yeah, if they here illegally, yeah, ice, ice, baby. But if they, I'm just saying, yeah.
You feel like
But if
every
they,
person, if they're here illegal, that they should get sent back to their home country? Do you really feel like that though?
nah, I'm with the dude for the czar. I'm with him. Like, if you here legally and you committed a crime, get your ass out.
Wow.
But
If
sir,
you here legally and you
But you
trying to
know,
make a way,
mhm.
I mean, there's got to be I mean, I don't think there's any leniency from the Trump campaign, Trump crew.
but sir,
They ain't,
these raids are mostly non-violent offenders, but they're not really getting these high risk felons, criminals. But
They've listed a couple that they did get. I don't know how many total it
mhm,
is, but I started watching the
they
press.
they used to show like every day like how many immigrants they caught, but then they stopped showing
Right.
the numbers. But cool, yep. You are. So do you feel like these people have to hold their own nuts and it's time for them to get off of these programs and focus on Americans?
Yeah, because it's breaking us. It's breaking us Americans. It's been here. It's like, hey, look, how much can you get? And you still can't compute. Hey, if the rent too high, hey, get up out of that junk. You making enough money, you been here long enough. You had to. Or you could you could ice baby that junk. You could just go ahead and leave.
Mm,
America first, man. America first.
Well, I get your point, but I just don't take too rigid of a stance when it comes to human things. So I can't just automatically be like, no matter what, America first. If you're talking about people, I gotta look at it like different situations and circumstances matter, but then at the same time there are rules. I My guess is the reason why they're not only just trying to pick the who's the criminals is that you wouldn't really know, especially for the ones who was criminals before they got here. You don't really know all of everything if the other country doesn't share. So then in that respect, the easiest way to get the foreign criminal, the illegal criminals out would be to have everybody illegal go. That's what it sounds like the rationale is for their strategy.
Taking
But
everybody with no papers.
on the human side, it's like, damn. I mean, honestly, I don't have the answer for that one. It's like, damn, that's messed up. All I know is I can't roll up in Nigeria without the proper paperwork. I know that much.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, but think of it. If you got here and you was if you're the immigrant that's about to get sent off or whatnot or about to lose your spot, how long have you been there to when I get here? If I'm them, if when I get here, I want to get legal. I want to get my citizenship. I want to get everything done. So when this shit come down, I don't be
mm,
the target. I could be like, yo, I'm here. Here's my
Yeah.
right,
paperwork.
right.
You've been here long enough. Why didn't you do that?
But see, here's the thing about the government, at least with my experience is working doing translations with for FEMA. So think about this. If we go to another country, right? And then they say, okay, now you don't speak the language,
Right.
don't know nobody but the people who you came with, if anybody. So basically, you're gonna do whatever that government rest. If they say point, get on this bus, you go on that bus.
True.
Oh, this is your. You know what I'm saying? So
Hell yeah.
it's not like you're like you get there and it's like, okay, let me go down to the Department of State so I can start my V. They don't know what the
They
fuck.
gotta find it. They
So
gotta
that's
find
where
it.
poor leadership and administration comes into play. You know that people are coming. You brought the immigrants, the legal people that you took on. You
Uh-huh.
knew how many they were coming, and you didn't think maybe we should staff whatever the process is, and however many steps that takes. That we shouldn't just staff and make sure that there's enough people to handle the volume of this influx of people. And if
See,
there's
this
an
my
go ahead.
and this my issue because I heard a story in New York where they had so many immigrants that they had to close schools and had them stay up in that joint for about a week or two. And I'm like, well, that just hinders the kids that's going to that school because now they can't learn
And that's that
correctly.
political posturing that people do when they're like, well, we'll take them. You don't want it. And they want that applause at the rally. But then when the
Right.
rally sets in and the damn buses pull up and they just stand in
Yeah.
the building.
They did that shit.
Well,
Okay, we need
Montgomery and PG are a sanctuary city, so
Yeah.
Remember what Ryan Middleton told us about how much money that they were spending on? Well, he didn't want to give us the number. But during Corona, remember that? They're afraid to come to doctors. So we go to them. We was like,
we
wait,
rolled we rolled out the red carpet for them.
how much that cost? And then
God
and
damn.
then just 10 minutes ago, you was talking about how to budget.
Right,
It's too
right.
low.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me. All right. So you don't say kick. You're not saying kick these people out, Leslie. You're saying
I'm not saying kick everybody out no matter what. No, I
okay.
think that there needs to be different levels and layers and strategies and timing, like project management on a time or whatever. And I think that the processes, the materials that it takes to make these things, the people it takes to all of that needs to match so that things can be moving along. Anytime that there's just a backup and a back list, and that means that you're not a good leader. You're not doing good business. So their
Well,
their their solution is to just cancel and stop and pause everything. My solution would be more so as to probably already have had a plan before I got elected, but again, hire people that you need to exercise the tasks that need to be done in a timely and orderly fashion, and have a hard line for who can't make it, but who can based on whatever circumstance.
okay. Well, based on certain circumstances, people can make it. Let's get to the story about can you get high and be a cop? So we got some good news. Maybe this might help with hiring. Let's
Well, proposal made to look past prior cannabis use for Prince George's County Police fire recruits. Wait, fire recruit or fire like firemen recruits? Public
firemen.
safety.
Fireman.
Okay, so Prince George's police and fire recruits. Public safety agencies around the country are having a hard time hiring police officers and firefighters. There are lots of reasons behind the struggle to hire, but the legalization of cannabis in some states, while it remains illegal at the federal level, has been cited as one of the impediments. Prince George's County Council member Crystal Oriada proposed a bill to change that. The bill would make it so past cannabis use can't be held against applicants.
Ooh.
During the initial recruiting process for the county's public safety agencies, it has been expressed that drug use has made it harder for public safety agencies to fill positions, not just for police officers, but also crossing guards.
Even the
Oriada,
crossing guards, you can't even get crossing guards
I mean, how else do you just stand there for not doing anything?
unless you gotta be under the influence.
Yeah.
Oriana
Yeah.
said under her bill, if you're already going through the academy process or working in public safety, using cannabis could still cost you your job. So it's about past use, not current.
Right.
What do y'all think?
I feel like it's gonna be a point where you get pulled over, and then you're gonna look and you be like, J Rock, you a cop now? Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
It's Officer Williams. Man, we just smoked the.
Yeah.
You still
I ain't
doing
know that
that?
was you in there getting high. All right, go.
Let me hit
Come on out here, man.
that.
Yeah.
Who is going to sleep because your thing keeps on dropping?
So what's
I don't know.
so you think it's a good idea for PG?
I don't think.
You think it's gonna help y'all? Help get more
No. Do I think it's a good idea for past? No. I think
I
that
Yeah, nah.
no. I think well. Hold on. No. Past use, not current use. Yeah, because even though I do think that it's cool, everybody should be able to smoke weed. But honestly, I don't want anybody high during important jobs that they're
Right.
providing in civic
Right.
service. So if it's for past use, as in yeah, you've done it, or
yeah, it's on my record.
yeah, no, I don't think that should stop you. But and I
No.
honestly don't think that you. I also do think you should be able to smoke when you're not working. But the problem is people just don't have
They be smacked.
they don't have self-discipline, and
They
they're
be
gonna
smacked.
smoke and work anyway. So you have to just say no smoking at all.
At all.
I think pilots, train operators, bus drivers,
Yeah.
what's this one? Firefighters, police officers. I don't want none of them walking around high. And I know that I'm
Right.
sure at least 50% of them are, but I don't
Mhm.
want them to, and I damn sure don't want to know about it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's my thing. And I think to be fair, I'd allow it. But if you get caught and we test you and you guilty, you're out of there. You're out of there.
See, I think that that's not fair because it's the company, the corporation, the big brother gets all the benefits of sucking the life out of all of you all the work that you provide, you benefited from that. And then when you get caught, now it's like you're nothing, but you knew that they were doing that the whole time. I think you got to pick a side and stay on it.
Yeah, no, I think they'll be all right if they just like you say, if they were disciplined enough to not smoking them 8 hours or them 12 hours you doing. When you get off, go get it in.
But they not though, so you just have to ban it altogether. Unfortunately, I don't know what it is. I don't
Um,
know what that is.
I think you have to go with the times, and this is the new reality. People going to have charges. Certain things you're going to have to accept or be more
Right.
relaxed. Hell, even in the military, their recruitment is low. They have to find out new ways to get more soldiers. So
Everybody getting smacked.
everybody getting smacked or everybody overweight. So
I
Yeah.
think that's always been an issue. Honestly, I think that when recruitment and stuff is low, it's based on more of what has the government policy, the global policy, and what people's like morale regarding their country is. And when the morale is low, and when people don't believe in their leaders and stuff like that, I think that enrollment is low. When people feel like you're involved in a bunch of bullshit ass conflicts that don't mean anything, or that you've been somewhere for too long and nothing's come out of it, then I think it's low. But if I feel like if the USA started acting like they got some damn sense, then they would have more people that's willing to join up and give their life. Nobody wants to give their life up for a fool or for
well,
But
foolishness.
now
they
they
lacking
just
in
go ahead.
they lacking in propaganda war talk now, so they can't sell it no more. They like, yeah, we gonna go to war. Then nah, don't go to war. We don't want to do that shit no more. That's what the people are saying now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They can't sell it.
It's never for because it's never for a good reason. It's never
Mhm.
for everybody. It's
Nah,
always somebody else.
Mhm.
people done grown tired. Like again, we doing this shit
Right.
again.
We spreading democracy where?
Right. Don't cheat. Don't cheat and do a terrorist attack. No, no, no. We don't feel like doing that shit either.
We were talking about Florida Ave. Let's go
All the way down to Florida Ave.
all the way
Oh,
down to Chinatown.
No, no, no,
Florida.
no, 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 no.
all right, so we're gonna mosey on downtown, down 7th Street to Walgreens in Chinatown. Ex-Walgreens manager pleads guilty to staging robberies at store in DC's Chinatown. A former Walgreens manager in the district pleaded guilty Thursday after federal prosecutors said she helped orchestrate several staged robberies inside the Chinatown drugstore where she worked.
What's the
Mm.
name?
It said London Teeter. You
London
know, that's
Tita.
the name for the
LT.
LT.
Tita.
21 years old.
Sound
First,
light skin.
Damn, hold up. She a manager?
that's what I was about to say.
At 21? What the hell am I doing wrong?
That sounds like a setup. That sounds
What
like
the
this
hell?
might go further up the chain than we realize, because who's putting a 21-year-old in charge
Ooh.
of one of the busiest Walgreens in the area?
Ooh.
Uh,
Interesting.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure she has some kickbacks, because
Hell
who's
yeah.
going to keep a person employed after repeatedly getting robbed exactly when money transfers? I
Mm.
think we're going to take it to the district and the
Mhm.
regional level Walgreens. But anyways, I digress. She was convicted for seven separate inside job robberies between July 2023 and February 2024, in which the ex-manager joined a scheme to have the stick-ups take place when the store was making daily cash transfers.
Right. At the
Documents,
end.
Court documents said Teeter was the manager for the July 18th robbery, where she pretended to be a victim. So she actually went in a role play on that one.
Yeah. Hey, they be like, well, what happened to the store and shit? I don't know. I don't know. It's doing a drop. I don't know.
Prosecutors said the next staged robbery on August 2nd involved Mr. Williams forcing Michael Robinson into the manager's office at gunpoint. Teeter admitted in her plea that she and her co-conspirators stole and divided up nearly $29,000. That's all y'all bringing in after 7
That's it?
during a cash transfer?
That ain't bad for a day, though.
No,
Yeah,
that's
that
not
ain't
all
that ain't bad
seven.
for a day.
Yeah,
That's
you knock that a
that's
couple more
seven.
times, you in there.
That's 7.
Hold up, what?
That's for 7 stick-ups. They made $29,000.
Ah, shit. No, well, no, no.
And they got to split it up.
Hell nah. Nigga, what? Nah, I can't get a, what? Nah.
It says her and her co-conspirators stole and divided up nearly $29,000.
And how many of them was it?
At least
I think it was like 5.
3.
Niggas dumb.
Let me see
Let
if
me
they
see.
say.
Unless-
Teeter admitted her plea. Teeter texted Michael Robinson that the surveillance footage looked so bad and she didn't know why he put the gun down, according to so she had a after event meeting and incriminated herself and her co-conspirators by telling them how they could have stole better in text messages. Did you not listen? Don't you know that iMessage is not end-to-end encrypted?
She hasn't watched these shows.
Hello.
Yeah.
You got to do that. You got to commit crime on WhatsApp and Rumble and Tumble and Telegram. Okay. Now, in another text to Michael Robinson, Tina said, Mr. Williams can't do it next time. I told you it was more than just her. Who's Mr. Williams?
Mr. Williams was.
So the filing said Teeter was the manager on duty, where Mr. Williams made off with $3,000. The Walgreens eventually hired armed special police officers to guard the store. Prosecutors said Teeter knew the officers would be on site for robberies that occurred in December 2023 and February 2024, and that the robberies were timed up to catch the officers off guard and disarm them. She could face up to 20 years in prison.
Bye.
When she goes to court sentencing in June.
Get them other Bamas too.
Yeah.
I mean,
so I guess when they were looking over the tape and he put the gun down, when you robbing somebody, I guess they were looking too relaxed. Like they didn't rehearse too much because
nah.
You know what I'm saying? It didn't look right.
You were supposed to get the latex.
and you have a good point there, Leslie, about her being 21. But in my mind, I'm like, maybe she worked real hard, just like Minister Society, work my way up all the way to be a manager.
Yeah.
Then I robbed that motherfucker blind.
I still believe London Teeter, man. She barely know how to spell her name.
London Teeter, what you doing, baby girl?
Right. London Teeter sound like I do music.
But you know what? I take it a little deeper. Maybe the Bama that hired her smashed it off and hired her just to get her a job, and then she was like, we could get some more money if we do it this way. And Williams was like, you know what? He's probably a foreign Bama though. He was like, okay. It's Chinatown. Okay. Oh yeah.
Yes. Ain't no Chinese people in Chinatown no more.
Really? Oh shit! It's probably some white Bama there.
Restaurants that they be in, and that's it. You don't ever see them walking down the street unless you over there by that Good Luck House with the
black Bama.
But you know what? I think she deserved it because she deserved all that money because that Walgreens and that location is one of the most hectic, drug, cracked out. There's always something. There's always crime. There's always police. So maybe she wanted to skim a little something off the top.
Have you been to that Walgreens before?
I used to drive the
bus.
The bus up
X2?
there.
Nice.
Nah.
The X2. But still, you're comparing the bus population is the same population.
No, I just know that when I get to that intersection, I know that I'm going to have zombies running to the bus. Prepare myself.
Killer B. We on this wall.
And some gangster ass pigeons.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
Jeez.
But that being said, I got caught from stealing at Walgreens, the one on M Street, maybe 2009.
Tell on himself.
Me and this dude, we were stealing like just like random toys, like or like other shit on the. I don't know how. I don't know why we were doing it,
Stuff you wasn't
but
even going to sell.
huh?
You was stealing stuff that you was not going to sell.
They
No,
was
yeah,
taking toys for entertainment purposes. They was youngins.
I'm not sure what he was doing, but
That
I would.
in 2009, you wasn't that young to be stealing toys for
Oh, my
yourself.
bad. I'm tripping.
So what was the point of that?
I don't. You know what? I don't even. I don't even remember what I was stealing, but
What kind
it
of toys
happened.
they had
It
there anyway?
happened. But
Was it G.I. Joe man?
but you know what?
The,
You said there's no Asian people in Chinatown. They hired a Asian dude to come in, and he started making changes. So I was like, okay, something's up. So I clocked out.
yeah,
I clocked out.
stop taking our tennis ball.
Wait, you worked there? What you mean you clocked out?
Stop taking our
I
tennis
clocked
ball
out, and I ran
sponges.
across the street, and they was like, Brian. So I turn around. They said, come back.
These
We need
niggas
you to
out
look
here
at.
taking our toys.
We need you to look at something. So
We caught you.
The video. I hope
they
you
walked
go
me
back.
into the office, and then I'm in that little small
Yeah.
office, and they make you want to. I had to watch something that was like, if you just quit now, we're not going to press charges. But they made you. They're like, do you want to watch this film? I'm like, no, I don't want to watch it because I already knew it was
See
me.
yourself.
They got me. So
See yourself.
Walgreens
That's funny.
on M Street. Be careful, and be careful at the Walgreens at Chinatown. We
Stealing
got
badminton kits. Y'all ain't stealing badminton kits. Them kids need that.
oh man, sad times, dark times. It was around the time that Michael Jackson died. It was like July or something like that. Let's get to we talked about last show. We talked about a funeral home. They had to get shut down because their oven wasn't working. But now we're gonna switch it up. In Maryland, Paul Barrick shot with some at another funeral for a little girl that got shot. I guess the funeral home wanted to keep business in-house. They wanted to hire from within. Leslie, what you got?
Yeah. Well, Maryland funeral director found guilty of murder for shooting during burial service. In June of 2023, Wilson Wesley Chavis, 50 years old, went to the Washington National Cemetery in Suitland, where the funeral home that he owned was conducting a service for a child who was killed in D.C., court officials say. Chavez got involved in an argument with people from another funeral home, not another funeral still in his same area, but another funeral home, and at some point pulled out a gun and fired. Oh, wow.
Oh.
One of the gunshots, so the funeral director is the one. It wasn't us shooting. He was the shooter. One of the gunshots hit 30-year-old Ronald Banks, who was a pallbearer, and another grazed a woman, according to officials. During their investigation, Prince George's County Police found that Chavez confronted two people from another funeral home as the service was about to begin. He reportedly had a long-standing business dispute with the company. Court officials said Chavez could face up to 65 years in prison, and he is scheduled to be sentenced July 11th. The burial service that was being held when this happened was for 10-year-old Ariana Davis of DC, who was shot while she was just in the car with her family on Mother's Day, where she died 3 days later. Terrible.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I was like torn because like, man, these reckless wonders, man. God damn.
That's terrible.
They out here fighting over dead bodies and shit. That's what it is. Funeral home versus funeral home, for real, during a funeral.
That's terrible.
And then the Bama pulled out
casket for casket, man.
Like, for real. Like, what are we doing out here?
What are we doing? Ashes to ashes.
You call and then you cause another funeral. What kind of ignorant, what kind of business dispute can you possibly have?
And why did he
And
have
the
a gun with
family.
him?
And the family, they ain't even got nothing to do with it.
Why did he have a gun?
I
And
remember
he
hearing
he
this
had a
story.
gun and went to the site of his business or and what other why would they be beefing?
That's what I'm saying. Like, why
You
you
shoot
think?
You think they be stealing customers from each other?
Yeah,
That,
yeah, yeah. Getting there before
I
the
mean,
other ones do.
these funeral homes must be close together because how do you even be at a funeral and see people from another funeral home?
I've seen them like
Heaven's
that.
Angels Cemetery. Fuck them.
Fuck,
Right.
fuck heavens and
You see what
Heaven
Heaven's Angels got? Man, fuck them niggas over there, man. Hey, kill somebody real quick.
that's crazy. That's so.
Basically.
So we just don't even respect the dead
they
at
be
all. We don't respect you when you're alive. No, I'm not even going to include myself in the we, but the proverbial we don't expect you to respect you when we're alive. We don't respect you after you pass. You can't properly store a body. You can't have a funeral.
Right.
You
You
can't
can't burn them.
celebrate
Can't
the
burn them right.
you don't get proper cremation. You can't, in certain spaces you can't wear your family members on your clothes. The school system frowns at that. They want to tell people to the visitors and the family members to dress certain ways. So this is terrible.
Yeah, we about to
Um,
figure this shit out.
you think
were
they should go to prison for 65 years?
I think so.
Get that about my life.
But I appreciate y'all. Tell the people where they can reach you at.
Shit. Explicit Intelligence, man. That's where you can find me on YouTube. Just be there sometimes.
Okay, I'm Leslie Olabisi. Olabisi. Where's my name? It's right there. Olabisi. And you can find me on the Instagram and the Facebook, and YouTube is Love Studios. One word, no E. LOV Studios.
Any new projects y'all working on?
Man, I'm trying to get something pre-recorded, but I'm being lazy as shit. So
You
I
just
just
gotta
saw my
show up.
commercial. Did you see it? Did I post it?
Your commercial?
Did you see it? My car commercial
No. Where'd you post it?
on LinkedIn.
Who the fuck is on
see,
LinkedIn?
I don't have
Posted
LinkedIn.
it on LinkedIn. I
You
didn't get
got
around to
everything.
Instagram yet, but that one I feel like that was good.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was in Williamsburg. I shot it. Has it been a month? Maybe a month ago, 3 weeks ago. Williamsburg, Loyalty Cadillac and Chevrolet. Good
Williamsburg.
night, Lorenzo.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah, so that was me.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
God.
hopefully y'all stay safe. Stay away from this wind. Stay black. We out.
Yeah.